Trapped inside the mines of Moria, the Company of the Ring must find their way through many twisting passages to reach the eastern door, but with every step they take into the mines, there is a growing sense of dread. Hello, and welcome to the latest episode of the Line Unbroken, my progression-style playthrough series of the Lord of the Rings living card game. Here I am playing the second scenario of the Road Darkens Saga expansion, Journey in the Dark, continuing my Saga campaign. So, we are going through Moria. Set the Balrog of the Great Bridge and Chamber of Mazabo aside, out of play. Add Doom to the staging area and place 10 damage tokens on it. Each player adds one different location to the staging area. So let's go grab a couple of different locations. So Mines of Moria, we definitely want. As well, they're in the staging area, progress must be placed on them before it can be placed on the current quest. That effectively means it's like this is already the active location, except it contributes its threat. But it kind of speeds me up because I never need to travel there, it'll just explore itself anyway. Many-pillared hall, good, darkened stairway. It always strikes me as interesting that the four different types of location in this encounter deck seem to correspond to the lighting in them seems to correspond to the spheres of influence. We have red, blue, purple, but then there's yellow instead of green. For whatever reason. The Orc from Mordor is green. Anyway, I think I'm going to take the Many-Pillared Hall as my second location and hope that we don't then reveal another one, because that would end up as a lot of threat. So as it is, Many-Pillared Hall gets +1 threat for each Many-Pillared Hall in play. That includes itself, so it's 2, and this is 2. Yes, Doom, place 10 damage on it. These technically are supposed to be in the staging area, but I prefer to put them to one side of the staging area since they're not actually contributing threat or anything. Yes, we also have these burdens because we're playing in campaign mode, which I will have to be aware of. And Doom is the countdown to the Balrog turning up to kill me. So, there were not only many roads to choose from, there were also, in many places, holes and pitfalls, and dark wells beside the path in which their passing feet echoed. Forced, after a player optionally engages an enemy, remove 1 damage token from Doom. So, that is all the setup. Let us begin. Control N. Right. Okay. Stone of Faint is useful, and Unexpected Courage. That is nice to see. So, I certainly could get down Calabrian Stone on Aragorn straight away. I will play Black Arrow onto Legolas. There's no reason not to do that. And then let's also, I think, give him a Blade of Gondolin. So that's unlikely to be relevant. At this point, actually, yeah, that being the case, let's not do that. But let's instead play Good Harvest, naming Leadership, and put Calabrian Stone onto Aragorn. So Aragorn now has a Spirit resource icon, in addition to his native lore. So, with that in mind, I could play Bilbo straight away to grab the Wizard Pipe for Gandalf. Alternatively, I could play this Master of the Forge. But Bilbo is willpower. So let's do that. So I want my willpower out quickly. So, okay, turns out the Wizard Pipe was literally the next card in my deck. Still, this thins the deck down, and I will then play it immediately onto Gandalf. So, that is it. So we're ready to begin questing. There is an enemy which makes an attack on the first player when it's revealed. So I want to hold someone back for that. Which... Yeah, I mean, Frodo is a decent defender because of his ability in this form. Gandalf obviously is reasonable. Aragorn, but they all have good willpower as well. We need some action advantage. I don't really want to take the chance on a not so strong defender, so maybe let's actually hold back Gandalf. But I'm really not planning to engage anything because it would remove damage from Doom Doom Doom, and I don't want the Balrog to turn up early, so I'm even questing with Legolas. 3, 4, 6, 10, 12, 14. I'm not sending Fatty because his ability can give him more progress than his willpower. Alright, Fool of a Took. Doomed 1 and remove damage from Doom Doom Doom. It's unfortunate, but it doesn't contribute threat. This does. So, okay, that's another 4 threat. So 14 willpower versus 8 threat. I make 6 progress. Progress must go on the Mines of Moria before the quest. So 4, 5, 6. This is explored. And let's go straight to the Darkened Stairway. At the end of the quest phase, remove 1 damage token from Doom Doom Doom. Then if there are no damage tokens here, add the Balrog to the staging area, but there are still 8. And that will conclude the round. So Control N. Okay, I found another copy of the Wizard Pipe. Now, at this point, an Unexpected Courage would be a good idea, given the problem I was realizing with wanting to hold back a defender. Although I could actually just hold back Bilbo as a chump, since I have another copy in my hand. So with that in mind, let's play some more willpower. Horse Breeder, search the top 10 cards of my deck for, there we are, Asphalloth. So then let's play Asphalloth onto Legolas. It's not as good as putting it on Glorfindel, obviously, but 1 extra progress each round will certainly help. And over here, well, let's see, Sting is on top of my deck, so that could certainly be useful. Yeah, so let's just play Sting onto Frodo. And then some Gondorian Fire, which I will not be able to play because I don't have a Gondor hero yet. And then I think I'll save my tactics resources because while I want these weapons eventually, I think getting Boromir out to be a defender may be more significant under the circumstances. So, this is another +1 willpower to Frodo, so he's 4, 8, 10, 11, 13, 14, 17 willpower against 2 threat in the staging area. And we reveal Mines of Moria and a Great Cave Troll. Well, I'm still definitely below its engagement cost, so I can leave that there for a while. 3, 5, 6. Total threats, so I'm making 11 progress, 2 of which will go here, 4 here, leaving 5 for the actual quest. I'm going to use Fatty Bulger, raising this deck's threat by 3 to discount the threat of the troll. So make that 14 progress. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And 8 more here. Perhaps unnecessary, but whatever. So, after Darkened Stairway is explored, discard the top card of the encounter deck. If the discarded card is a location, add it to the staging area. With that, I managed to get 2 cards there, which I should not have done, and it is not a location. Mines of Moria are also explored. Remove a damage token from here. Exhaust Asphalt to place 1 progress here and travel. And that will be it for the round once again. Alright, so let's play that Darren's Runes and discard the spare copy of Wizard Pipe. Now over here, let's see. Yeah, let's pay 4 for Boromir. And then let's just Wizard Pipe. I've been told that can in fact swap the top card of your deck by hitting Control S on a card in your hand, which I did not know before. So Control S switches the Blade of Gondolin onto the top of my deck. Or alternatively, actually, no, not the Blade of Gondolin, that's too big of a dog. Bow instead. So, of course, that means that Gandalf can now play it. Revealing, okay, the sword was broken. Now, at this point, okay, so over here, I will of course play Expert Treasure Hunter onto Merry. Expert Treasure Hunter, an excellent card with Hero Gandalf. And then I could play this Master of the Forge finally, or I might well want an Unexpected Courage, since there's a decent chance that I'll be advancing the quest this round. And then I will actually want to do combat. So Unexpected Courage on probably Aragorn, since I just gave him the bow, would be useful. Right, so questing. There is 3 threat in the staging area. So let's go 4, 6, 10, 12, 15. How much progress do I need? 9. Maybe I'm not going to advance. Well, let's see. 15. We reveal an ancient guard room. And Moria Archer. Peril Archery 2. When revealed, assign X damage among characters you control, so X is the number of players in the game. So let's put 1 on Bilbo. And 1 on Pippin. So, 8 threat, I'm making 7 progress where I want 9. So I could play Secret Paths, or I could use Fatty again. And I think I may... Oh, of course I can also use Asphaleth. But I need 2 progress, so using Asphaleth would only get me 1. I'm actually going to go for Fatty again, targeting the Archer this time. That's reducing the staging threat by 2, so I make 9 progress. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This is explored, and we advance to stage 2. Then there came an echoing blast. A great horn was blown in the hall, then, and answering horns and harsh cries were heard further off. There was a hurrying sound of many feet. When revealed, add Chamber of Mazabal to the staging area. If there are no enemies in the staging area at the beginning of the quest phase, the first player reveals an additional encounter card during the staging step. The players cannot advance unless there are X resource tokens on this stage. X is the number of players times 3, so 6 for me. And force, after an enemy is defeated, place 1 resource token on this stage. So I have to kill 6 enemies, as well as making the 9 progress and exploring the Chamber of Mazabal, because the players cannot advance to the next stage while it's in play. Travel cost is each player searches the encounter deck and discard pile for a different enemy and adds it to the staging area. One of those enemies must be Orc Chieftain, if able. So I'll just find the Orc Chieftain to show you, though I don't know if I'll be travelling there right now. Orc Chieftain, 4436, cannot have attachments, allies cannot defend against him, and forced at the beginning of the encounter phase, he engages the first player. So I'll have to think about that. Oh, of course I quested successfully, so Expert Treasure Hunter goes off, I name attachment. And okay, there's Steward as well. That could be useful. Right, so... Oh, remove damage. Now... Yeah, given the first passive on here, I don't want to take all the enemies at once. I do want to take the archer, because I don't want to deal with the archery damage for longer than I absolutely have to. I will exhaust Asphaleth to put progress on the ancient guard room regardless. So, if I went to the Chamber of Mazabal, then that would cause me to find 2 enemies, one of which would be the Orc Chieftain, but then the other could be something that I could leave in the staging area, or I might well still want to keep dodging the troll. The Orc Chieftain takes 9 attack to kill, but I can manage that. So, yeah, actually, let's go to the Chamber of Mazabal straight away. So we grab the Orc Chieftain, and let's see, Orc from Mordor makes an immediate attack when he's revealed, or Moria Orc Either remove 1 damage from Doom 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 or reveal an additional encounter card when he's revealed. I do not want him to be revealed, so let's take him out now. At the beginning of the encounter phase, the Orc Chieftain engages the first player. And I want to kill the Moria Archer, so I will optionally engage that. Moria Orc may have to wait. Actually, killing the Orc Chieftain may have to wait. Thinking about it. So actually, no, I'll take Moria Orc just to get him out of the staging area. So, I dealt those shadows the wrong way around. Oh, no, allies can't defend against the Orc Chieftain. I was forgetting this. So no, I will not engage that. Right, this is okay. So, Archery 2. Let's just put both points onto Legolas. Gandalf will defend against the Orc Chieftain. Defending player discards a non-objective attachment he controls. Or 2 non-objective attachments if his threat is 35 or higher. I'm just going to discard all bogey stories. And the Moria Archer I will defend with Boromir. Because its engagement cost is higher than my threat, he gets +2 defense. So he takes no damage. And now Legolas and Aragorn, with ranged moving elbow, will attack and kill the Moria Archer. I cannot trigger Legolas' response because the Chamber of Mazarbul is immune to player card effects. So that will conclude the round. But I do put 1 resource on the quest for killing an enemy. Okay. Arnor's useful. I'm going to play Master of the Forge at this point. Finally. There we go. A fast hitch is the thing that I wanted. So Arwen will have to wait. I'm putting this fast hitch onto Frodo so that he can quest and defend. Now, yep, nothing for Fatty to spend that spirit resource on. Okay, Glamdring would certainly be helpful for Legolas. There's no way that I can get Steward or Sword that was broken this round because I don't have a good harvest, so I may as well get Glamdring. Then do I want another weapon or save resource for a potential feint? Feint may be the better choice under the circumstances. Or potentially Flame of Arnor. So let's pay 2 for Glamdring onto Legolas. As much as it would be thematic to put it on Gandalf, Legolas is just a better choice because he's always attacking. And he is a warrior. So, 8 threat in the staging area. Request for 4, 8, 10. 12, 13. I want to clear this. 15. I do have a reasonable number of defenders, so I probably don't need Gandalf for defense, and Merry might be more useful back as an attacker. On the other hand, this deck is first player, so I'll be hitting the Orc Chieftain first. But actually, yeah, this is probably... Okay, so 18 versus 8, reveal Minds of Moria, and Fool of a Took. I've yet to see a test of will, so doing 1, and we remove the damage from here. That does nothing else. 2 threat has been added. I make 8 progress. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This goes to the victory display, and this is explored. Now, if I travel to the Ancient Guard Room, while it's the active location, each enemy in play gets -1 attack. I'll also ask for off it. But the travel cost will discard the top card of the encounter deck, and each player raises their threat by X, where X is the discarded card's threat. So unless I discard a treachery, I will then have to engage the Great Cave Troll. Of course, I can feint the troll. But still not sure that I want to take the troll just yet, so I may just leave the guard room. It's possible I'll just Asphalop it in the staging area. So... Oh, right, yes. Grievous Wound, I completely forgot about. After a hero takes damage, if it's unattached, attached to a hero, attached to that hero, rather. Condition attachment with the text forced after attacked hero exhausts, deal 1 damage to it. So, with that in mind, I am going to have to make a retcon, because I put when revealed damage from an archer onto Pippin, but that would be kind of suicide to give him a grievous wound. That, or I would have had to just stop questing with him, and stop doing anything with him except spending resources. Whereas Aragorn has some spare hit points. But I don't remember. When was Grievous Wound revealed? Hang on a minute. Alright, so Grievous Wound is attached to Aragorn. At the time that the archer was revealed, he had already exhausted to quest. It was just last round. He had already exhausted to quest. He then later attacked, and this round he quested. So potentially he can attack one more time safely. If I'm lucky, I'll draw a Warden of Healing. So, okay, let's... Oh, no, wait. At the beginning of the encounter phase, the Orc Chieftain engages this deck, which draws a card for Pippin. Good meal. yeah, then this deck will also optionally engage the Moria Orc and draw another card for Pippin. Okay. So we shadow these up. I'm going to play Faint on the Orc Chieftain. And Frodo will defend against the Moria Orc, triggering Sting to discard the top card of the encounter deck, which does not have any threats, so it doesn't do anything. Attacking enemy gets +1 attack. Frodo has +1 defense from Sting, so he will only take 1 damage from this. So I'll take that. Oh, you have to... Nope, sorry. If I'd actually paid attention to his ability, you have to trigger it when he exhausts to defend. So the same goes for Sting, so I could trigger that first and see if the Orc was already dead, but then I would have had to do this just to be sure. Each player is the threat by 2. It's okay. The attack deals no damage. And now Aragorn and Legolas. Aragorn takes another damage. 5, 8. Sorry. 9 is enough to kill the Orc Chieftain. I place 2 progress on the quest, and because of Glamdring, I just attacked and killed an Orc, so draw a card. Discard this. And that concludes the round. Actually, in the refresh phase, I'll use Master of the Forge. Grab that fast hitch. Actually, I could grab the Mythril Shirt. No, I'll take the fast hitch. Shuffle, and then draw in the resource phase a Warden of Healing. Okay. So now let's play 2 from Frodo for this Envoy of Pelagir and add a resource to Legolas. I found a Hands upon the Bow. Still can't get down Steward or Swordball's Broken. But okay, I'll do that. Still no sign of a Test of Will here, but I will pay 2 for this Warden of Healing, and then immediately exhaust him to heal Aragorn and Legolas, and I will pay 2 for Arwen, and I'll put this good meal onto Pippin. Oh, I killed another enemy. There should be another resource there. So there's currently 6 threat in the staging area. Quest for 2, 3, 7, 9, 11, 13, 14. Arwen is targeting either Frodo or Boromir. Frodo would be up to 4 defense. Boromir would be 2 or 4 depending on the engagement costs. Let's go for Boromir. And I've lost count of my willpower. 2, 3, 7, 9, 11, 13, 14. Let's go with that. 14. This is 6. Another Ancient Guardian. And a Moria Archer. So, X damage among characters you control. So 2. We'll do 1, 2. I will trigger Asphalloth on the Ancient Guardian. So that's 8 threat. We're almost there. And we have enough enemies as well. Which raises the question of whether I want to try and advance this round. Is it possible for me to do so? Okay, so in theory, Aragorn could kill that by himself. It'll take 10 to kill Cave Troll. Oh, okay, hang on. Hmm. 10 to kill the Cave Troll. Yeah, okay. I'll tell you what we'll do. We will play Hands Upon the Bow from the top of the deck. So Legolas does 5 attack plus 1 for Hands Upon the Bow, kills the Moria Archer, reducing the threat in the staging area by 2 and making 2 progress from his ability. Actually, okay, I suppose... No, that was the whole point, yes. So, at the end of the quest phase, we remove damage from here. And now let's travel to the Ancient Guard Room, discarding the top part of the encounter deck, which is a treachery, so we do not raise our threat at all. And then let's engage Great Cave Troll here. Wait, I killed another enemy. I thought that I had enough enemies. Did I miscount? Or did I forget to place a resource token one time? Okay, no. I do not have enough enemies to advance. I'm still doing this. So, deal out shadow cards. Now, the Great Cave Troll, I will faint. So, the Moria Orc, I will defend with Boromir, because he's a sentinel thanks to Arwen. I forgot to trigger Expert Treasure Hunter, which would have drawn me this Foehammer. It says Boromir defense against the Moria Orc. He has +2 defense because of its engagement cost. Yep. So now Gandalf and Frodo will attack the cave troll, and I will pay. No, sorry. I will wizard pipe Bjorn onto the top of my deck. And pay 1 for Flame of Arnor, which readies Gandalf, discards Bjorn to give Gandalf +6 attack. So that's a total of 9. 11 attack, which is enough to kill the cave troll. And then I suppose I'll exhaust Sting to trigger Foe Hammer and draw 3 cards. And then over here, there's a resource. Aragorn attacks for 4, thanks to Violent Warrior, and kills the warrior orc, and he takes the damage because he exhausted. Frodo comes back over here, there's another resource, then we control N. I just need to kill one more enemy. Okay, I found Anduriel. And Master of the Forge will not find anything. Shuffle up. Right, so let's pay 2 Fellowship resources for Fellowship of the Ring. And let's give Frodo another fast hitch. And that's okay. Let's also use the Warden Feeling to heal Aragorn and Pippin. Over here, Wizard Pipe Steward of Gondor onto the top of my deck, and then pay 2 to put it on Legolas. Then give him Gondorian Fire. And then let's pay 2 for Gandalf's Staff. Oh, that's a point actually. I will pay 3 here to put Anduriel onto Aragorn. I think, unless... I could put it on Frodo, you know. He'd be up to 3 attack with that. And he doesn't have the problem with exhausting that Aragorn does. So yeah, I never thought of that before, but I'm going to do it. And... And yeah, let's also put a Blade of Gondolin onto Legolas. And that'll be that. So now, questing. The staging area is empty, and I have no need to make progress on the quest. I'd just like to clear the location. So 2, 4, 6. Arwen is targeting Frodo. 7, 8. 8 should be fine. Many-pillared hall. And Uruk from Mordor. Great. When revealed, Uruk from Mordor makes an attack against the first player. That is fine. Frodo will defend it. Oh, I have slightly more willpower because of Fellowship of the Ring, adding 1 to Pippin. So, attacking for 4. Frodo is defending. Oh, I should have quested more, maybe. Based on the idea that this could happen, I'm retconning this. So, hang on, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6. 9. Oh, what the hell? 12. So I'm actually questing for 21. 22. Remembering about Fellowship of the Ring. So, yes, Frodo has 4 defense, but also trigger Sting. Discarding. Okay, it's a treachery. That's annoying. I might have stood a chance of killing him, although I suppose I would have needed to. Frodo's attack isn't high enough, I would have needed to discard, so for a threat. Oh, look, I've got halfling determination. There's the possibility that I could kill an enemy during the quest phase, and thus advance the quest before we finished staging, and actually make progress on stage 3. So... Okay, no damage. I suppose I will exhaust and derailed, have him then attack and deal 1 damage. And then, okay, there's 4 threat in the staging area. So that's all fine. I just need to kill this guy to advance the quest. That's Asphalon, the Many-Pillared Hall. There's 1 damage removed from there. Oh, he's 5 defense with Arwen as well. And let's engage it here. Why not? Defend again, triggering Sting. That would be 0 because it's discarded, so it's not in play. So its text is not in play, so X is not defined. So that's fine. Then Legolas kills it. Legolas attacks for 6 against orcs. So yeah, that's fine. He doesn't need any help. I just killed an enemy. Placing a resource here, which advances the quest. Add the Great Bridge to the staging area. Each player reveals 1 encounter card and removes 1 damage token from Dune. So, reveal. Okay, I will. Yeah, I guess I'll remove the extra damage. Yeah, each player assigns X damage to one character he controls, X is the number of exhausted characters he controls. So that's 4 and 7. So oh, and I should have triggered that, but I wanted to draw that earlier. 1, 2, 3, 4. And 1, 2, 3. Kill Bilbo for 4. I'm gonna have to kill some allies. 4, 5, 6, 7. That's all I can really do. And each player also removes a damage token from Doom Doom Doom. I'm not sure if I actually have the Balrog at this point, because there are no tokens. Because it's part of at the end of the quest phase, but then I think that might mean that I add it at the end of the quest phase when I would remove a token. I'm going to take that interpretation, so the Balrog is not in play yet, but it will enter play at the end of the next quest phase. Right, now, I just killed an enemy with Legolas, which triggered the quest advancement, meaning we are now on this stage of the quest, and I can trigger Legolas to make 1, 2 points of progress and 1 from the Blade of Gondolin, and I also just killed an Orc, so I draw a card for Glamdring, and I can trigger Foehammer to draw 3 cards. Okay. Oh, and that character was just destroyed, so I have to attach this to a hero, which I guess let's go with Fatty Bulger, but it does not trigger right now. So, right. Okay. Let's trigger Steward to get some more resources. I never used Gandalf's staff last round, which I would have done to give Legolas another resource. So now I need chumps for the Balrog. I suppose I can kill off Boromir. Yeah, it's not actually possible for him to survive the attack. So, yeah, okay. This envoy is a chump for the Balrog, that's fine. I can kill off Boromir. Pretty set for other defenses with Frodo, so that should be okay. Boromir can die, so I don't have to play Bofur if I don't want to. Though I might want to. The willpower, if nothing else. Play Bofur. Right, and that'll be that. Over here, as much as I might like to play a new Master of the Forge, I also might like to be able to ready my Warden of Healing. So, not playing anything. Now, there is 2, 7, 9 threat in the staging area. So let's quest. Oh, characters were destroyed. So Fellowship of the Ring is gone. So, 3, 4, 5, 5, 8, 10, 12, 16, 18, 20, targeting Frodo as usual. 20. Reveal a great cave troll. And pursued by the enemy, doomed one surge. Each enemy engaged with the player and not in the staging area makes an immediate attack. So just doomed one and surge then. Moria Orc. Either remove 1 damage from Doom and Doom, which I cannot do, or reveal an additional encounter card. So I'll reveal another card. Make bullet hole. Okay. So that's 1 extra on this many bullet hole, and then 3, 5, 8 additional threat. Now, of course, no more than 5 progress can be. I didn't read the flavor text on stage 3. The outer door could only be reached by a slender bridge of stone, without curb or rail, that spanned the chasm with one curving spring of 50 feet. Now for the last race, said Gandalf. If the sun is shining outside, we may still escape. After me! So yeah, no more than 5 progress can be placed on this stage each round. So you want to get those 5s. In this case, it's useful, thus that I managed to make 3 progress last round, with Legolas killing something. So now I make 2. Let's also spell off this many for this hole. Now, okay, at the end of the quest phase, I would remove a damage token from Doom Doom Doom, but there aren't any. There are no damage tokens here, so I add the Balrog to the staging area, and at the end of the quest phase, the Balrog makes an attack if it is in play. That is considered to be engaged with the first player, so... Oh, and I quested successfully, so... Expert Treasure Hunter. So... The Balrog is something I haven't actually looked at in this playthrough. Indestructible. Cannot be optionally engaged. The Balrog and shadow cards dealt to the Balrog are immune to player card effects. While in the staging area, the Balrog is considered to be engaged with the first player, and only the first player can declare attackers against the Balrog. So, Envoy of Pelargir is going under the Balrog. Defending characters does not count its defense. That is fine, and I would much rather see this as a Balrog shadow card than anything else. So now, let me think. I have another Flame of Arnor Beyond combo ready to go. I also have Legolas loaded up. So, how much damage can I do to the Balrog? 3, 5, 10. Well, I can attack for 21, which is enough. So, that being the case, I want to travel to the Great Bridge straight away. It's the most threat. Now, these other enemies also need to be dealt with. Oh, hang on. Overcome by grief. Worth noting, after a character is destroyed, it will come by grip is unattached, blah blah blah. Counts as a condition attachment with the text. Forced, after a character you control is destroyed, exhaust attached hero. And while characters were just destroyed, they were not characters that this deck controlled, so I don't have to exhaust Fatty for that. So now I have to take these other enemies. Frodo has got 2 defenses in him. Unfortunately, I need 3. But I do have this feint, so I guess I'll be using that. Right. So, I guess we want this. I'm just going to stick the Balrog at the end here because it's not going anywhere. Which means essentially this deck optional is the Cave Troll, and then it works out this way, but I should deal the Shadow to the Balrog first. Ah, there are no cards left in the encounter deck. Right, so at this juncture, let me think about this actually. Frodo has Frodo has 2, 3, 4, 5 defense thanks to Arwen. I still don't know if I want to risk him on defending the troll. Do have halfling determination, but no, I really don't want to risk defending the troll with him. Oh, I do have Gandalf's staff still. Okay, so one of healing will exhaust to heal Aragorn and Frodo, and then I'll spend 2 lore resources to ready it. Yeah, whatever. And then no, I daren't risk having Boromir defend Moria Orc first. Because if it gets an attack boost, then he will die and thus not be able to defend against the Balrog. So, Boromir defends against the Balrog. +1. Oh, no. Okay, attacking enemy gets +1 attack. This attack destroys a character. Attacking enemy makes an additional attack. Which it does. So, another shadow card for the Balrog. There are no cards left in the encounter deck. So, we're attacking for 8 here. I'm going to Gandalf's staff resource onto Legolas. And play Halfling Determination, targeting Frodo, who will then defend against the Balrog and take 1 damage, because he has 7 defense. Now, let me think. Yeah. Okay. I will faint the Great Cave Troll. Frodo will defend against this Moria Orc, triggering Sting. Oh, no, sorry, not triggering Sting, because the encounter deck is empty. So forget that. But triggering Anduril, so he attacks for 3 and deals 2 damage there. And over here, I will exhaust the Warden a second time, healing Aragorn and Fatty. Fatty will defend and take 1 damage. Now, Wizard Pipe. Swap Bjorn onto the top of the deck. Pay 1 for Gondorian Fire for an extra attack. Now play Flame of Arnor. Discarding Bjorn. Readying Gandalf. So 9, 15, adding Black Arrow to the victory display, 20 attack, dealing 11 damage to the Balrog. And I suppose at this point, since I have healed him up, I should kill this Moria Orc with Aragorn, doing another damage for Grievous Wound. Those are discarded and should then be shuffled in, along with everything else, when we actually get to the quest phase. Frodo moves. And we control in. Now, during the refresh phase, I will have this deck reset its threat down to 25, and then play Desperate Alliance to transfer Loragorn over to this deck to reset its deck to 29. So there's nothing that says you can't trigger Loragorn more than once in a single phase. It's only a limit per game. Now, okay, another Warden of Healing. Guess what I'm playing? And then I guess I'll pay 2 for another copy of Bilbo. Now, over here, I'm going to exhaust Gandalf's Staff to give Gandalf another resource, and then exhaust Wizard Pipe to swap the top card of my deck for Sword That Was Broken, pay 3 to put it on Aragorn. Just to get that bit more willpower. Oh, exhaust Student. Play the second copy of Gondorian Fire, why not? And I suppose that'll be it. Oh no, I can play this Defender of Rammus. So, there's 11 threat in the staging area, and I want to be questing like the blazes at this point. So, Arwen is actually going to target the defender of Romance, I think. No. Arwen targets Frodo as usual. So, let me. How much willpower does Frodo have now? 3, 4, 5, 6. 6, 11, 14, 17, 20, 22, 24, 27. Right, 27 against 11. And we reveal. The ring draws them. Surge at the end of the phase. Each enemy in the staging area engages the first player. One ring is exhausted. This effect cannot be cancelled. Technically, that could cause the Balrog to actually come out of the staging area and engage. Which is interesting. Yeah, okay, so that also surges. We cannot get out. Number of exhausted characters. 1, 2, 3. And 1, 2, 3. I guess I'll kill Bilbo. And I'll also kill Arwen. In fact, he exhausts because he's overcome by grief and can't be ready until the end of the round. And Uruk from Mordor, which makes an attack against the first player, which I will defend with Frodo, triggering Sting, dealing 2 damage. Frodo's defense is 5. Attacking enemy makes an additional attack after this one. I'm going to pay 1 for Halfling Determination. So Frodo is now up to 5 attack, and this attack, in which the attached hero defended, has just resolved, so I will exhaust Anduril to attack back for 5 and kill it before it can make its second attack. So I've added no additional threat to the staging area. It makes 16 progress, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I can only do 5 here. Response: when the Great Bridge is explored, discard a hero from play to deal X damage to the Balrog. X is that hero's threat cost, then the Balrog loses all keywords for the remainder of the game. Any player may trigger this response. Goodbye, Gandalf. Dealing 14 damage, and causing the Balrog to lose all keywords, most crucially, indestructible. Well, actually, only indestructible. It doesn't have other keywords unless you're playing Nightmare. So, the Balrog is dead. We just have to make it out alive. Well, let's fill up this Many-Pillared Hall and travel to the other one. So now healing. Let's use these Wardens. 1 and 2. Oh. Okay, I will of course trigger Expert Treasure Hunter, but now that Gandalf is gone, I can no longer see my deck. Visibility back to nobody. So. The Defender of Ramas will defend against the Great Cave Troll. Die. And Frodo is still a Sentinel, thanks to Arwen, so defend against the Moria Orc, discarding for Sting, and killing it. Now Legolas is 5 attack, Aragorn is another 4 at range, that's not enough to kill the Great Cave Troll. Nothing I can do to... Oh no, there is something I can do to boost it, Gondorian Fire. So Legolas attacks for 6, with Aragorn for 4, killing the Great Cave Troll. I trigger Legolas and the Blade of Gondolin. And that's that. Control N. Fatty is still exhausted because of overcome by grief. Expert Treasure Hunter is less useful now. So, Aragorn attack there, which meant exhausting. Yeah, nothing more to do really, other than try and win. So, I suppose I may as well play this Blade of Gondolin onto Aragorn. And over here, I will save my resources. So, there is 3 threat in the staging area. Quest for 5, 7, 9, 14, 17. Now I'll do my healing now. Actually, no. No, I won't. Yes, I will. So, questing for 17 against 3. Revealed we cannot get out. Number of exhausted characters, 2. And 4. And Darkened Stairway. 4 more threat. Exhaust Asphalloth. But I'll put it here, because why not? So 10 progress. I have... The Great Bridge is not in play. I have completed this stage and won the game. Gandalf is dead, though. So, got a bit worried in the middle there, and I had to retcon things when I remembered about these. Possibly I should leave them in the staging area. I might be more likely to remember them, but I would make no guarantees about that regardless. But it did work out, as much as... Yeah, the quest kind of brutalized me, but everything sort of did what it was supposed to do. So, resolution. The first player must choose one of the Burden Treachery cards, pursued by the enemy or Shadow of Fear, and one of the Burden Objective cards, Grievous Wound or Overcome by Grief, to add to the campaign pool. If the Balrog is still in play, the first player must choose all 4 Burden cards instead. The chosen burdens have been earned by the players. The Balrog is not still in play. I only have to take 2 burdens. I will be taking Overcome by Grief, not Grievous Wound, because, seriously, avoiding any damage to heroes is kind of a problem, whereas avoiding characters being destroyed is a lot easier. And for the treacheries, where are they? Shadow of Fear And that's in the discard pile. Pursued by the enemy. So let's compare these. They're both Doomed 1 and Surge, and it's each enemy engaged with a player not in the staging area makes an immediate attack. With the shadow effect, attacking enemy makes an additional attack after this one. Those are both bad, but, I mean, well, often there aren't engaged enemies, so the when revealed won't matter, and additional attack is admittedly bad. On the other hand, treat the printed text box of each character in play as blank except for traits until the end of the round. One of the worst effects in the game, and shadow defending character does not count its defense. If you're not chump blocking, that's kind of worse. Because, I mean, an additional attack might stretch your resources further than you wanted, so you have to take an undefended. But then, if you're defending with a hero, this is like you just took an undefended, and it could be from a really powerful enemy that you don't want to be taking undefended. So yeah, I'm taking Pursued by the Enemy. These are going into the campaign pool. These are going away for the rest of forever. And we will be moving on to Breaking of the Fellowship next, where I'll have to figure out what hero I can use to replace Gandalf. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.